Hello, everybody. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Impromptu. I don't think she knows I'm recording. Or she does and she doesn't care. That's okay too. Welcome back, guys. It's been a couple of months since I've done a live. See what happens here, what notifications pop up. It's the Scorpio full moon. So Scorpios, welcome. All other signs, welcome as well. If you're here, do let me know that you have joined this. It's been a while. Yeah, it's just been a while. So I hope that you all are doing well. Mothers out there, happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day to all of you. I think I am all caught up on emails. It's been a little hit and miss with me, but doing things as we always do, right? And carrying on and moving forward. So with that, let's jump in. Let's see what's going on. Personal reads are open and available. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all the things, right? All the stuff that we always do. Now, there's a few things. I was sitting last evening thinking about a couple of different things, and the one thing that I've noticed in the time that I've been on YouTube is a lot of you, and I've seen it in the comments time and time again, have talked about the authenticity, the real versions of what you all get with me, right? I'm very blunt, very forward about it. There's not a lot of frill here. Clearly, hair pulled up. It's a Monday night. It's raining. We finished up dinner a little bit ago. I'm as human as the next person. But I've taken on a lot. Hi, Brittany. How are you? I've taken on a lot of stuff over the course of the last year with YouTube expanding and all of the things that have happened. And I think that it's very important to understand. I said in one of the videos today that, how did I put it? That a while back I had said, pay attention to who you listen to, pay attention to who your readers are, pay attention to who you're following. It doesn't matter if it's tarot or anything else in life, right? Pay attention to what you're taking in. People specifically who are in positions of leadership or guidance or tarot or therapy, whatever it might be, have they worked on themselves? Are they working on themselves? If they're not taking time out to heal, how can they help you or provide you with the tools to heal yourself, right? I know growing up and then going through all of the different channels of things that I've done holistically to do what I do, I always said, like, if you want to really understand somebody, and I'm going to use this god-awful, I'll just say abuse, right? If you want to understand or need someone to listen to you that's going to understand when you talk about abuse, it has to almost be from a person themselves that have been abused, right? Because they meet you on a level of empathy. They meet you there. It doesn't matter what it is. Same with healing, right? Like, we're on this spiritual journey, and I've noticed in time and over my own years what a difference it is between some of the readers on YouTube and just even, locally and things like that. Like, some are very tarot, day-to-day, the life things and all of the things, and other people are more so spiritual. And hi, Christina. Hi, Sydney. I'm happy that you're here. This is great. But some of them are more spiritual. And as I took this weekend, because I've had a lot going on in my own life, to sit and be still with spirit, finally, for the first time in a minute. Yeah, Teresa, I'm catching up on a lot of things. I guess it's that Scorpio full moon makes me feel empowered. I love it. Hello, Jessica. Thank you for being here. That as I sat with spirit, I realized, like, more so of my own purpose in some of the things that are happening around me. And I want to share, I try to be pretty private for the most part, just because, there's so many of you that are authentically you, and then we have scammers and bots and crazy people in the world, right? We just got to be realistic about that. But for those of you that don't know and couldn't tell by the background, hi, Linda. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Um, I bought a house, right? Finally, after a long period of life, that was the thing that I wanted to do for the longest time. And if that's not a Scorpio, right? Isn't it though? Everyone I talked to today. Um, it was something I wanted to do, and I guess maybe it was egoic in a sense, because it's not about the house. It's about what lives in the house. It's what makes it a home, right? And me and my kiddo have had some transitions with this move, and it's been almost 2 months now. But the reason I'm even telling you all this is for good reason here in a moment. It's going to lead up to this. Um, it was major adjustments, and you would think it's like when you want something so badly, you want to prove it to yourself, you want to prove it to I don't know, whatever it is, and you finally get to it, and you're like, now what? I think I don't know if I said it on here or not, but I remember telling somebody, like, I had this whole vision in my head. We would move in, and I was so tired after the process of everything that I wanted to just walk in and kind of like shove everything through the door and just fall on my face because I was exhausted, working and doing and all of the things all the time. And Spirit, thank you. And maybe for some of you, that's kind of how you feel right now. I know the last couple of months have been kind of heavy, right? All the transition from Pisces into Aries, and I think we still have some of that happening. Aries is new beginnings, right? Taking action. It's like, do we have a plan? Do we have a plan of action? Or did we just gonna start doing things? Because Aries starts us off in that new zodiacal year. Where do we go from here, right? So in the meantime, part of my hiatus, but not entirely, is I got asked to, I'm going to call it join a project. And they've been on me for like a year to participate. And I finally said, okay, sure, why not? Because it required less physical work of me, which we'll get to in a minute. So I took that on. And I walked into a very 3D experience that tried my patience, my patience are like, I'm going to say almost godlike in most cases anymore. But this really kicked up some anger in me of other people's behavior and their inability to understand like that they are their own worst enemy. But then also having to sit back and look at these people and go, shit, like they don't want to change. They don't want to do it differently. They don't want to be a team player, right? Hi, Paige. Hi, Damien. Hello, hello, hello. I would say to you, look in the last couple of weeks. Have you experienced anything of the same? But those moments are also meant to challenge us to understand the depths of our evolution. People that want to try to get one over on us, and maybe not in a malicious sort of way. I don't think that it's all like, oh, watch this, I'm going to go get this person or that sign. People are reacting from a place that they were raised upon, right? It's like if they were not heard as children, maybe, congratulations, Paige. Yay. It's nice to have those chapters closed, huh? It's nice. So for some, it's like they grew up in a place where they could not express their feelings, right? So now the only thing they know how to do is misbehave, right? I've always talked about like it's just your spirit sometimes closer to the veil thinning, which here we are. Scorpio full moon, the veil is thin as we speak. Tugging at you, nudging at you, going, hey, 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 drag your attention now. Our children are no different, and even as adults, it's the same thing where they will bitch, piss, moan, complain, throw fits, be demeaning. Look, this candle just went out. Oh, there it goes. It's funny. They will try to dim your flame. They will try to put your fire out in the process of them putting out their own. They're raining on their own parade and wanting to rain on yours as well. Paige, as I read your time to move, it's like they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to move on because that means that it's not just, that you think about endings, right, Paige? Like your divorce. waiting for that to come. And now it's like, now what do you do with yourself? I couldn't wait to move. We moved. Now I'm like, shit, I got all these projects and I don't want to say I gotta do YouTube. I love to do YouTube. Hello, Dawn. Being with all of you in the couple of, well, it's actually been a month and a half, that I haven't gotten a ton of content out. I haven't done a live feed in how long? I might get a little emotional here. I've missed the hell out of all of you. Like I went off and I've had to have, we all have to have these experiences with other people and places and situations because we're meant to learn more. We have to have this discovery, and we also have to have the time to process this discovery of what it is so we can understand it and transmute it and see it through another perspective and do all of those things, right? So I've taken that time to do that. And today, God's will and my daughter stopped my ass from being able to make any other plans, which I sat here. If you're a channel member, you've seen the videos that went up on the channel memberships today. So do check those out if you're not a channel member. For those of you that are just on the channel and subscribers, right? You've seen the videos that went out today. And now here I am tonight. So, or tonight where I'm at anyhow. Good morning to some of you, I'm sure. It made me stay put. No more distractions. Have a seat, Nicole. Your other soul family needs you. And I didn't realize, like in this rat race that I've kind of fallen back into, because believe it or not, once upon a time I belonged to the corporate world in more ways than I care to admit. And so to come back into this space, and I'm going to say, and thank you, got the chills. Oh, thank you, Spirit. What have you found yourself distracted from, or being deviated from, or needing to have an experience with that you may feel like you've lost track of yourself or your mind or your thoughts? Where do we go from there? Again, where do we go? Where was that? Where do we go now? Sweet child of mine, where do we go now? Where do we go? There's a lot, obviously, yesterday being Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day again to all of you out there. That maternal aspect of deeper understanding here as well. This is where we come to cultivate and nurture oneself. Now, part of my hiatus, and I'm going to be very open as I can be at this point without final answers. I briefly spoke upon it during a video for the channel memberships, and I'll speak about it here. For those of you that have been with me for some time, you know that back in November, of all the things, I blew my back out sneezing. I've hit that age. Which ended up not being anything necessarily that I know of yet to date to do with what's going on right now. But a couple of months ago, I said I was having some rib numbness and some things were a little funky. And same thing. Not that I've sneezed and pulled my back out, but there are the last couple of months they've been running tests and stuff to try to determine what's going on. And I don't want to say too much simply because I don't, we will things into existence, but it's definitely not what I thought it would be. It's a little disheartening. It took a little bit of me having a meltdown myself about what was possible to happen, so it's been a ride. It's been a ride the last couple of months. Good, bad, and different. I wouldn't call it bad, but when we talk about this Scorpio full moon, it's all of the emotions that go into those things. And I would say to you, in some of the readings that I've done, go back 6 months. Go back those 6 months and to that Scorpio new moon. And I think that was in November, I'm pretty sure. And ask yourself what was going on then. Are you getting the answers that you need? Are you recognizing yourself? Spirit is saying recognize yourself, collective. Hello, Linz. Recognize the depths of your heart. And it's okay Spirit is saying to cry out and ask for help as well. So, I don't know what each one of you are going through, if anything. But do know that the support and the love and the guidance that you need is there for you. And take these last 6 months as, I guess, a challenge in some way, but a resonance of something better to come in the long run as well. So, I don't know, I felt like it was important to have a very open and honest conversation with you all, about where I've been, what's been going on. I don't know that I'm going to follow a format moving forward. Oh, yay. Hello, Casa. I don't know that I'm going to follow a format. I mean, I do try to get Scorpio's weeklies out. I do, most of my base here, I think, is Scorpio still. Weekend reads, that kind of thing. Good morning, Trisha. But I'm going to do what is guided by spirit, what I am guided to do always. And I've done that, but I've also tried to kind of, I don't know, follow suit. So I could say to you, but I could tell you were going through something. I was, and I'm going to be honest with all of you, like I still am. I go back to the doctors closer to the end of the month. I don't know that I'm going to like what I hear. I think it's going to change my physical activity, but I will tell you, on Mother's Day, me and my kiddo went to a greenhouse. This may make me emotional. We went to a greenhouse, and part of us getting a house was I wanted to plant a garden. I will preach it to the high heavens. In this economy and all of the things. Hi, Sharita. I wanted to plant a garden again. I wanted to be self-sustaining to some degree. I wanted to do all of these things. And I will say this, not just for myself, but for my family, for my daughter, for the dog, if the dog wants to eat a piece of fruit, because she's goofy like that. I wanted home to be a place that we never had to escape from again. It needed to be a sanctuary, right? Your home should be your sanctuary. That is your place of peace. And I will say, side note to that, in this move that we made, I wanted so badly, because we were in a tiny ass apartment before, wanted so very badly to just have this space to breathe, right? Because we've been in like a shoebox. So we get the space. And I would walk outside here in the yard, and I would just be in complete awe that all of this space was, I'm going to say mine, ours, me and my kiddos, that this was our space, that after all this time and all of the craziness that we went through, that finally at last, it didn't feel right. It felt foreign to me. I felt like I was walking around in some strange place that was like, what is this grass stuff? Like, this is mine? How could this possibly be mine? So that in itself was an adjustment. And then the idea that as I took on this project that I talked about, that I found myself in the past month and a half, out of the house more than than I've been home. That kind of kicked me in the tail feathers in this Scorpio full moon. Like, I was in this tiny ass shoebox apartment for the longest time, and I was home constantly. It drove me crazy. I could do laps all day long. I was like pacing a hole in the floor, right? And then we get this place, and I've got all this room to move, and I am not even here. I'm out filling up someone else's cup. Make it make sense, right? Like, stop and think about it for a minute. But needing to go out and have this experience and going, what is the most important thing to me? What are the most important things to me? Why did I do this? And coming back to that. So, there's my story on that. But, going to this greenhouse yesterday, I wanted to get plants for this garden that I have gone through hell and high water to get dug up and all the things. We planted some seeds. We've got some stuff growing already, but let's add to it. I don't want to have to go to the grocery store for summer, other than for like some other things. But the majority of it, I want it to be grown. And so I pray over my garden, I pray over those things, and that if my neighbors or someone needs it, I would happily pass it along, right? It's for all of us. And I'm walking through there, and me and my daughter had this cart full of flowers and vegetables and tomatoes and just herbs, all the things. And I look over, and there's a woman. She's about middle age, and she's got big galoshes on, muck boots, whatever they call them now, her sweatpants. She's got her baggy t-shirt and her flannel, which you guys see me wear all the time, with her little hat. And I looked at her out of the corner of my eye, and she just made me happy. She made me so happy. And in that moment, I was like, I want to be her. I want to be that woman in my yard with my straw hat, picking tomatoes off the vine and coming in here and sharing it with all of you. This is my window to the world, and I'm okay with that. I had brick and mortar businesses a couple of times. I loved it. I'm grateful for those experiences, but I've enjoyed this experience more here on YouTube, and I'm so extremely thankful for that. But I seen that woman, and I remember one other time in my entire life, I was living in a big city at the time, and I was working in corporate, and I was driving across this big ass bridge, and we come out of these tunnels, and this woman is in I've always made jokes, like I always wanted a little BMW convertible, just cute and little, just that would be me, because I'm 4'11", like there's not a whole lot here. And she was cruising through those tunnels, and the sun was beating when we come out the other side of the tunnels, and she's got gray hair and it's curly, and I forget the back of her license plate was abbreviated like something about the Tatas kind of thing, right? And I was like, I love that woman. Like, I want to be her. Like, she's got to be close to 70 years old, and she is living her best life, driving by herself. Her license plate said something about boobs, and she is just doing a thing. She was carefree as could be in that moment. And then I felt this peace that came with the woman that I seen yesterday that said, I just want to be in my own space. I just want to be at peace. Right? Hello, Madiva. How are you? I just want to be where it feels good, where I authentically feel that I can be myself and I can do my highest and best good from that space. I've talked to so many people lately that are going through job changes, the endings of careers, finalities in places, things they thought that they belonged to that they're realizing was really not, like they were fighting something within, going, I need to be a part of this. And it was the ego-driven blast. When we think about Taurus energy, right? Taurus is practical and working and dedicated and responsible, and they play by the rules. It is the Hierophant energy. Exactly, major tower moments. They play by the rules of the structure of society. And now here we are. I think for most of you, you've already kind of come out of that in some ways, maybe via family life, maybe friends, maybe your work, acquaintances, certain structures, organizations, who the hell knows, right? But the thing of it is now is that you're starting to see how it genuinely affects every day. How does it leave you feeling? What does it do to you? What does it do for you? What does it take away? There's a big emphasis on the internal happiness. When you think about Scorpio has to take a really deep dive, right? They're a deep emotional being. But if you ever sit down and truly talk to a Scorpio at their core, they will still give you superficial answers as to what makes them happy. They won't sit there with this very deep desired list. Hello, Amanda. And say, I crave love, and this is what love means to me. I crave peace, and this is what peace means to me. I crave whatever it is, whatever the soul is craving, right? It does come after the tower. Yes, Paige, that's correct. The tower is 16, star is 17, absolutely. Scorpio will never be fully transparent most often, because that, again, and we've said it before, requires a whole other level of vulnerability. Spirit is asking you, if you cannot be vulnerable with anybody else, to be that vulnerable with yourself. Envision the life you want to create and trust that in time, God, your angels, whatever you believe in and put your faith into, that it will be granted to you. 17, yeah, the 17, and the 17th, there's something going on. Let's say the 12th, so 5 days, that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's that Saturday. By the 17th, I think there's some astrological change or something happening. Yeah, transparency requires major trust. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to throw this to all of you. I said to you when I started telling my little stories, like I do sometimes, that a lot of the reasons I don't share a whole lot on YouTube is because of my privacy, right? I never know who's on the other side of the camera, and I would love to trust Jessica, right? Major trust here, that everybody would be good people, right? Be good people. And you never know, unfortunately. But I will tell you that for me to have the realization that I had spent more time away from here, my home, that I've wanted for so long, and away from the things that I had envisioned, is a very bare, raw spot for me to share that with all of you. And I'm going to say this to all of you. You think of it from this perspective. You are all on that side of the camera, so you all see every bit of me. You hear me live, you see me on the videos. Some of you, I've exchanged emails with, we've done some Zoom calls, all the things, right? Over the phone conversations, text messages. I've opened myself up, this window for this whole audience to see me. And I have to trust that everybody is going to be 100% with me as I am with them. If I can do this with one of me and all of you, which I think I've got like 13,000 some odd subscribers, can't you do it with at least yourself in your own personal space? Grant yourself that gift of trust. It's okay to be vulnerable. You're going to know this time around when to share and when not to share, right? Or how to share, so that you're not getting the edges burnt, Spirit said. Okay, so that there's an importance in that. Like, I don't know, like, I don't see any of you from this space. I can see little thumbnails, which are like this big, and my old eyes can't see this big, right? I need like a magnifying glass to see you guys in that regard. But I never know who I'm connecting with, but I have to trust that. But I trust it because I know via Spirit that I'm connecting with the right people for the right reasons too, right? It can hurt. It can cause you to get hurt, right? There's the reality of sharing and being open and trusting is a very sacred space. But the only thing, and I got the chills, but what I will say to you is, where are you sharing? With whom are you sharing? What is the significance to that person, to the last person, that there's that resemblance that needs to change? There will eventually be a place. Thank you, Spirit. There will eventually be a place where you don't get hurt the way that you're used to. That will shift and that will change. And yes, you're right. Some people could use it against you. That's what you're used to. But what if you just stood up for yourself? Think about the person you were, I don't know, way back when. That the first time somebody used something you gave them in secrecy or in heartfelt consideration, and they used it against you. Who were you in that moment? Were you easily influenced? Were you one to sit back and shut up and just take it, or feel like you had to defend yourself? What wounded animal were you then? And who the hell are you now? It's not the same, right? Because you've learned. You've learned. If you can say every time I share I get hurt, you go, oh shit, I've learned a lesson that says I can only say certain things, right? So you learn from that space. Learn who, when, where, and start to change within you, right? Starting with you, um, the type of people that you are connecting to that you feel you can share with. Um, that's going to be important, okay? Yeah, we're in a weird place of letting go for sure, Jessica. And um, I've had a couple realizations on that note too. Ones I really can't speak on, but um, it's like, wow, like maybe it does mean something bigger, more than I can see, right? And we can hang on to pain or anger or frustration. um, we can hang on to worry. We can hang on to lots of things. Um, but why? So we can stay stuck, be a prisoner in our own world? It's a lot. Trisha, well, welcome. I'm so glad that you found us here. When I say us, me and my guides, God, higher spirit. Um, I don't know. I just do this because I love it, because I've spent 34 years of my life being connected to spirit, that I was able to understand that. And I'm happy to share that with all of you. It makes me happy. I know I'm doing something I'm supposed to do. Jen. Girl is good. She's actually sick today. Some little virus thing or something. I don't even know. It was the weirdest thing. I thought she was playing me for a fool this morning, or trying to. And then I was like, oh, if you know the rules, like if you don't go to school, this is the way this works. And she's just like, okay, fine. And I was like, wow, it is something. And so I knew then, like, she wasn't feeling the best. And then this evening she spiked a fever. So I don't know. 'Tis the season of germs, right? Still, even though it's spring. But she's good otherwise. She's doing fantastic. Surgery went well for her. Major improvements symptom wise for her. So she's doing great. Thank you all for your well wishes for her this late winter, early spring for her, as her own issues were at the forefront of my mind. Um, my back, I will ask you all, right? I'm human is the next for prayers of healing. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. So try not to worry. Try not to stress. I'm as human as the next person, but it definitely will impact. I think it is going to impact some things for a little while for me, physical activity wise, but nothing that can't be healed, right? Nothing that can't be healed. So it'll be fine. It'll be good. Paige, we are the only ones comfortable with the dark side of the moon. Listen, when that came out in the like, I just it was like, Scorpio, you invented the dark side of the moon, and I was just like, no shit, right? Like, it's like take a walk on the wild side, right? Like, let's take a walk down this lane, and you'll understand why we are the way we are. Or maybe you won't, and you'll get scared and you'll retreat, because Scorpios are a lot, right? Because we aren't afraid. We are afraid, but we're not afraid. We're afraid on the vulnerability terms. We're okay in directing traffic, though, right? And standing in front of the big trucks along the way. So it's like, yeah, we're good. Not the people that won't let you share. Absolutely. Ah, well, fever's good. That means her body's doing its job, though, too, right? So we're just doing the things, and she's good to go. So I don't know. It seems to be a little thing that's been running around the area. So we'll see. Hopefully, 24 hours and we'll be on the mend. Yes, it is, Amanda. Thank you. Thank you, Trisha. Like, that sent lighting a candle in the church. In the church. I love that. Oh, it'll be okay. That lighting of the candle in the church, the church, the church, the church, the church. Spirit just said that these churches have windows. So these churches have windows for ones to peer. Scorpios, collectives, because I know most of you out there are probably Scorpios. Um, yeah, exactly. There are people in that five event. Whew, Paige, you gave me chills when you said that. Your intuition is smack on tonight yourself, young lady. Um, that is the people peering through the windows, right? Looking for you, understanding, trying to understand where in the hell you went. Libra, Aquarius, Pisces could be considerable considerable in opposition to you, Spirit saying. I don't know why that's the way it's worded, but we'll take it. The church's windows, huh? The church's windows. There's a card. I actually want to pull this out. I really want to run the energy off the card. Okay, so let's do that. Let's find this card in here. Let's see. It is a church, and it's a beautiful sanctuary. I thought about pulling the Five of Pentacles. The Spirit says, no, we don't need to pull that one. I do love these cards. Temple. The Strength card. We all have the strength within us. Where is this card? Hold on. I love these cards. They're all places, but I think that it's interesting. When I use them, they remind me of the feeling attached to those places, not so much the the place itself, but the feeling. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Spirit. Check this card out. Can you see it? Spiritual sanctuary, sacred architecture. I said to you about the house. Your house, my house, the place that we create for us to be is our sanctuary, right? It's to be our place of peace. Your place of resurrection. There's a powerful message here, and I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my muscles. I feel it in every part of me that's coming through. There's a very powerful message here waiting to be seen. And Spirit, trans what? I got my jaw half open here on this one. Just do it. Just do it. Let's just do this then, right? Let's pull some cards. Let's get down to it. Actually, hold on. I have a deck over there. It's a fairy deck. I'm going to grab it. I haven't used it in a long time. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this was the first deck I ever had, that I ever got. But it's these little fairies. Scoot my butt in here. Sorry for shaking the table. It's gonna be I got the oracles out, Paige. All right, let's go with these guys. So these are the fairies oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I love her decks. They're pretty lovely. All right, raising your standards. So collective, raising your standards of, you know, your class of people, right? I mean, was that song way back in the day? It said, "A better class of losers just suits me fine," or something like that. But you are. I've said to you before, you are what you hang around, right? It's my table. It's the infamous table. Let's see. What is this, Spirit? inner child healing, higher consciousness, you're elevating. You know, I say I can feel it in every fiber of my being. I can feel all the things, right? Um, you look at that card, like you see the electromagnetic field that comes in with that feeling of devout, just straight spirit here, devout comfort that was meant to teach you. There was a meaning of teaching. Like, I want you to feel your hands right now. I mean, really take a moment, sit back, and feel your way through any energy that's coming through you at this time. Like from your head, just do a quick body scan, straight down to the head. But your hands, are you are the creator, right? You are that creative visionary. It is, right? That inner child, like she's holding on to her bear. She feels the energy. There's been a need to want to escape a situation, a place, a something. Your higher consciousness is starting to exude this. You could feel like it's time to go, it's time to move, it's time to do something, it's time to make the spirit is saying powerful suggestions as well, um to captivate yourself. This isn't about anybody else collective, it's about you. It's very much about you, through a higher knowing, a higher knowledge, through the crown chakra, the third eye, seeing something, looking at yourself in a sensitive space too, right? I'm hearing, damn it, why did I push myself so hard? Hi, Erica. Why did I push myself so hard? Because I'm here because I thought somebody would love me. Were you trying to get some sort of validation that now there's a retreat into this sanctuary, this church? It is a sacred, you're retreating into a sacred space to heal this inner child, to heal this spirits off, to heal this inner knowing, to heal this inner knowing, rising above the problems and awakening to your true self. I mean, you could no two greater cards to follow that feeling, because you are in that. Look at that right on the bottom after shuffling. Awakening, or higher consciousness again, with dreams coming true. I know that I've said it, inner power. The inner power is the confidence, right? It's the willpower. It's the yellow chakra, right? It's the solar plexus that says I am confident enough in myself and my abilities that I can turn water into wine. There's something, I don't get into religion, or I'm going to call it organized religion, and I do not bash anybody who goes to church or identifies in a particular religion. Um, Whatever works for you is exactly the path you should be on. Plain and simple. Me personally, again, open with you guys tonight. I'm omnist. I don't believe in any one religion. I believe that there's something valuable in all of them. And right, Christina, I've had this deck a very, very long time. So there you go. I think it was the first deck I've ever had, and I found it as I was unpacking some things. So there it was. It's old school, right? But I love it. It's a beautiful little deck. But I don't even know what I was saying at this point. Oh, about the religions. But you're on path to something that is freeing, and it's rising above. Like you're seeing things in a more 4D, 5D sense of the situations around you. I'll tell you this story too. Your intolerance. You might be patient, but you might be intolerant. I've had some really, I don't want to say strange, but interesting interactions with other human beings. We are on a new path. Michelle. Right, I love her work. It's beautiful. She's amazing. But I had somebody come out to give me some quotes on something. And the first guy was here. I kid you not, for over 2 hours. By the time I was done with that meeting, I, like, my mind was numb, my head hurt, I was over it. It was just insane. And then another person, like, this guy was, let me say, this guy was very nice, very polite. He was wonderful. He was wonderful. He also did a really good job at his job. And then there was another person that came and was able to do the same thing in a matter of minutes. It wasn't as much. And I was so tired at that point. I was just like, let's just get down to it. If you're here to sell me all kind of stuff, like, I don't want it. Just tell me what I need to know. So the 3D experience was money and all the extra gadgets and all the things, right? It's like selling an appliance and it needs to do crazy things and like bells and whistles and all of it. And there's the basic, what do I need? What is needed? What is necessary? Spirit, thank you. What is necessary? So for you, you could be looking at something and going, just what the hell here is necessary? What do I actually need? Sanctuary. What creates my peace? I don't need to add all the frills and the lace and all the things, right? But the second guy, I said to him, plain and simple, I said, are you a salesman? And he said, this is what I'm here for. And I said, great, sold. He hadn't even told me the price. I was like, I know that the fact that you're just going to tell me that, like, we're done. But needless to say, I didn't really end up needing either one, so it's okay, at least for the time being. But, adjustments required later on, I'm sure. Chiquita. So, Hector, I'm going to be very just open because that's what we're doing tonight. Chiquita, which I can't help but go Chiquita bananas. Like, I'm thinking of, like, the Fruit of the Loom girl. That was like a whole Mandela effect, right? She didn't have something, or she did have something. I don't know. Like, here we go. I'm going down the rabbit hole right now. Sorry. And I'm going to say precious, right? Precious. I don't know. I had someone trying to teach me Spanish the other day, and they called kebabs tantas or something like that. And I don't speak Spanish. I'm going to be honest, I slept through that class in the 8th grade or the 7th grade. I was that kid. Not going to lie, I was that kid. It was a long life at that point in time already. But I'm always open. I like it. Chiquita. I like it. Anyhow, y'all can teach me some new languages. I'm all for it. I'm all for learning something new because I don't know. I just don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. Anyhow, so yeah. So this sanctuary, this spiritual armor, putting on your spiritual armor right now, but it's to protect you in the long run. I'm all about getting along where we are. I'm happy with life. Spiritual armor. This is to protect you from disease. And when we talk disease, I feel like that's a metaphorical disease right now, right? The emotional diseases, the emotional things that run rampant with people when things get difficult, they get flustered and huffy and puffy and all the things. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was just checking the percentage on my gadget here. You couldn't make it up if you wanted to, right? Scorpio full moon read, I do believe, if you're a channel member, I'm sure you've seen this. It's her first language, and I cheated my way through. I love it. Hey, what? I know the colors, and I can count. That's it. Oh, gosh. I mean it in the sweetest way. I truly do. Breathe. That card came out in that read, and there it is again. Breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. I want you to take a second. I don't know why, but I looked down and I seen Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I cannot make it up. Do you see Hector? Hector's comment. Chiquita Precocia. Precocia? Is that how it's say? The new pearl. So it's a pearl. I just said, teach me the language. Look at this. Let me turn this around. Do you see what is on that card? I have probably 25 decks sitting on this table. I just got this deck. I did not even know. I mean, you go back and watch my videos. I've had it for a couple of weeks. I did not even know that that card was in there. Look at that. Teach me Spanish. I'm telling you, you cannot fucking make it up. That Breathe card came out in Scorpio's read. And look at that. Back to back. With that mortification, we talk about that Scorpio energy, right? That is the underworld to me. There is the underworld of Scorpio. That is where we dig, we dig, we dig. I told you, spiritual messages. Look at that. Straight up gold. Pay attention to the colors around you. Blood is not always thicker than water. So I'm going to tell you all right now, Spirit's ready to roll now. Like that did it. That was the unlocking. What does my soul? You are so very welcome. Love, right? Look at that. Right? Spirit is on fire. Right? With this, some Alicia Keys. This girl is on fire. Well, it's Spirit tonight. Pay attention to the colors. Pay attention to the colors. Coagulation. Blood is not always thicker than water. You can be with somebody for 50, 60, 70 years. You could grown up together in the same house together for forever and a day. And it's like noise canceling headphones. Like they will cancel you the fuck out regardless of that bloodline. Plain and simple. Hector, thank you. Thank you for being a part of tonight. Without you saying that and then that card coming to be the new pearl. So I'm guessing that means pearl in Spanish. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Like, do teach me because you're teaching me and so are the cards. So is Spirit tonight. So I appreciate you. I've told so many of you in every conversation, whether it's in the personal reads, it's this way, it's in a text, it's in something, right? The past life regressions that I do with folks, the chakra balancing, all of those things. I learn as much from you every single day as you learn from me. We are in this together. We are one. We are in this together. But this sublimation, like, did I just take you? You're a Scorpio. I love it. He's a Scorpio. Hector's a Scorpio. I love this for you. You can't not be a Scorpio, right? We've all got it, but still. It's incredible. It's incredible. Right, Amanda? Love this. This is amazing. This is, I can't help it. Like, I don't know. I'm not a crier. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not a crier. So if you ever see me in some of these, I've done some of the readings and I've gotten a little emotional. It's because I feel what's coming in from that energy. It's not mine. It's coming in. So if I get a little teary-eyed, I try to choke it back a smidge because it's not for me. It's not mine, right? I try not to take that on. But I'm going to tell you, like, I'm home. I've been so far removed from this in ways you all may not understand because it's my side of the fence, right? In the past couple of months with the move and all the things that were going on, maybe even, I'm going to be humble here, maybe in my own way, I took some of this for granted. To be able to do this, to connect with all of you. Mother's Day. Some of my clients that I've met via here YouTube text me, Happy Mother's Day. I got the emails, Happy Mother's Day. Jen, I got your email, Happy Mother's Day. I will get back to you, honey, I promise. You guys make, this is never my work. This is home to me. Doing this is home to me. Why we go out into this 3D world and have these experiences, I do trust and know from Spirit that they are to teach us something. And it's like we go out and we have these experiences with people because we also need to teach the people around us, right? Something more. We need to be able to come together in other things. And a big thing for me has been farm to table. I talked about that garden, right? And yes, exactly, right? Um, and I wanted to see us eating healthier and eating better and being able to provide to ourselves and not rely on people feeding us poisons and garbage and GMOs and shit that they lied to us about 30 years ago, and now they're autoimmune diseases, which is something that I deal with every day that may be playing a part in this back thing. Um, Catherine, I will get you. Um, thank you for being here. But I believed in that, and someone gave me this opportunity a year ago, and I was like, Annie, I'm so busy as it is, momming it and doing the thing. And I did. I finally took them up on that, and I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it, I'm sure, because I like what I'm doing and where my energy is going for the betterment. But it's a reality check for myself. Again, humbleness on my own part here. Um, God telling me to take the knee for a hot second and go, remember why you do it. You all tonight are my reminder why I do what I do, and I'm thankful to my daughter, God bless her, this evening that she's not feeling well. But if we would have had a crazy normal night, we would have been at sports, we would have been all over the place, and I would probably honestly uh, be getting stuff ready or cleaned up from dinner that we had to hurry up and eat and run out the door. I wouldn't have had time for this, so I don't ever want to see my kiddos sick, but the circumstances around it made me sit here tonight. And for that, I'm grateful, and I'm praying for my little one in the other room, right? Um, wow. Just wow. Y'all touched me. This sublimation, let's get to it. I'll just hit my elbow. Two more. Can you hear the dogs howling outside? The moon, howling at the moon. Scorps have had tower moments for every year, and I've got the same story with my daughter. Healing is happening. It sure is. Sublimation, elevation, rising, and flight. Sublimation is the great alchemical operation of air. It occurs when there is enough heat to change a solid substance into a gas, causing it to rise up, and away. Therefore, when sublimation is present, there is an aspect of celebrated elevation, of ascending above and gaining a greater perspective. Birds in flight, mountain peaks, ladders, and balloons are all sublimation. Sublimation images. As with all operations, sublimation has a shadow potential. Through ascension, there is a risk of separating from others, of just said, I'm back home here with you all, of sensing oneself higher or above. This risk is particularly great in spiritual traditions that offer a linear model of achievement. The divine alchemist rises humbly and supports the upliftment of others, always in touch with the cycle of humanity. Service is the natural balancing agent for sublimation. Service, being a service to yourself and being of service to others. It may be the next rung on your ladder. Some of you are becoming helpers and healers and workers in this light, right? All of the things that we need to rise above. You see that dove, right? This is where, again, freedom, peace, happiness, harmony. We are letting go of the challenging resources that we were once told were required for us to operate in this existence. Per spirit, thank you. Like, it's a whole thing. That's deep. That's a deep statement from spirit right there, and I appreciate them for that. Thank you. This church, spirit, this church. Three of Cups, the Magician. Celebrate. Spirit, playing some. Was that the Y? No, that's the YMCA. Never mind. Celebrate good times. Is that Cool in the Gang? Right? I can't even think. Hello, Fariz. I'm terrible with names and pronunciations. My apologies if I butchered that. She is. She's like, today is the day, Mom. Like, you've been running, you've been doing. Park it. Spirit needs you to park it. It's like God knows if you want to get to me, work through my child, because I will pay attention 100 billion%. Mexico. Pretty little girl. Very sweet. Thank you, Hector. Thank you for joining. You know, that's the other thing. Like, I had my businesses locally, and I appreciated my radius here. Precocious means beautiful. I like that. Precocia. I like that. I hope I pronounced that right. I had a nice radius of people, and I'd get some out-of-towners too, which was cool. But to be able to connect with those of you in Australia and Mexico and Switzerland and some of these other places, like, it's the coolest thing in the world. It really is. I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. High Priestess, you don't spirit. You don't see it coming. You don't see this next opportunity coming to you. This doesn't even, it's funny, like, it's like every day that you're going through whatever you're doing, you don't even know that this is coming for you. For you. You don't even know this is coming for you. I don't know what is this coming. What is coming for the collective? 8 of Wands. Traveling fast. The Page of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles. The Moon. Again, you don't see this coming. Hello, Divine Scorpio 888. How are you this evening? You don't. Knight of Wands. There's a lot of cards of rushing in. Rushing in. Spirit is calling it with assignment. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? 8 of Wands? The King of Cups. Hold on. I talked about, there's that pearl. You think about the shell of a pearl, right? It's pretty. It's got its own allure. But then you open it up and there's, like, you know, there's the diamond in the rough kind of feel. It's as if there's something coming in for you, okay? There's trying to find the words for this. There's something coming in for you, plain and simple. But as that's happening, there is this energy of this King of Cups, though, that makes me question 10 of Earth, 10 of Fire, so 10 of Wands. Why did this King of Cups come out sideways? Who and why? Who and why? Who is this? They come out of the shadows. They're coming out of the shadows in this. Friendly. Here's... Okay, so a couple messages in this for some... Hello, Jacqueline, how are you? Couple things. Friendly, amusement, and misunderstanding. One, there's likely somebody who... I think they mean well. I do feel like they mean well for you. But it's almost like they're using you as a distraction, right? This coming in for you. This may come in with an opportunity as well. The misunderstandings, like not everybody might not be on the same page about something. What is this something about spirit? What is this something? Brag and honesty. Okay, so lone confession. Let me put it to you like this. This may not be the most appropriate way to put it, but this is how I'm going to put it. Confession. It would be like snagging somebody up for the purpose of eye candy, right? It's like that bachelor needing a date to some big old function. You're serving a purpose. You're playing a role, you're playing a part, right? It's like the Matrix. We're all playing a part in somebody else's story because they need a victim or a villain, or every story needs all these supporting roles, and right now you may be playing a supporting role to something, but what you don't understand is while you're taking on this supporting role job, essentially, um, two things are happening. One, something's coming in for you. Every day it's getting closer. Number two, this person, it's pride, it's ego. Like, I want you to think back to when somebody complimented you in a work setting. We'll go with that. And they said, you are the most valuable player on the team for this competitive strategy challenge. I don't know, whatever. And so, of course, the next time there's this little contest or whatnot, they pick you. Excuse me, that snuck up out of nowhere. They pick you because they want the brains, right? They're picking you because of an asset that you embody. But do they see you as a whole person? That's the thing. Do they see you as a whole? Not a part, but a whole. So there's that. So there's something about that you need to emotionally handle. It's kind of like it's just business. It's weird. It's weird. So that's an emotional or a disconnected, emotionally void person. They may like, I got super tired all of a sudden. Like, they may be very tired and oh my god, I don't know why I keep yawning all of a sudden. Thank you, Gregory. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, they're exhausting. They may exhaust you. You've connected with them. This is 046, 46, and 64 could be of importance. 44 also, fours are important. They also, there's something about you. I think so. I mean, honestly, yeah. Oh yeah, it's up. I used to have a real tiny little pixie cut, but I don't know. I like being able to pull it up out of my face. It's just me. But I keep hitting my knee. Goodness. So anyhow, there's something you possess. There's something that you possess that is a treasure about you. So this could be a work thing. This could be a friend thing. This is like having that friend who doesn't have their own car, and Tuesday mornings you are their BFF, and they're going to buy you coffee because they need a ride to work. Yeah. It's one of those kind of deals. But there's something that they don't realize, their own pattern of behavior, their own awareness, or they have no awareness of, like, how draining they are. So if you're coming home or you're leaving a situation and you're like, damn it, like, did I stick my finger in an electrical socket and get zapped because fuck, am I tired? Do know there's a reason. There's a reason that's happening for you in that moment. So do pay attention to that. Now, what is coming in for you, or in the process of this craziness, what is coming in for you? What is coming in for the collective? Hello, Scorpios, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Firm, wide awake, clean, decisive. You're Ooh, some of you could be moving, right? And Paige, I know we talked about that for you. Some of you could be moving. This is a firm and final decision. This is the end of something. The opportunity. Oh goodness, the opportunity for some of you is literally leaving something behind. That is the new opportunity. It is to clear something out, because now you understand why. As I say that, look behind there. Nothingness sits behind that card. There's nothing left here. Like, you've gotten the message. Spirit has communicated that with you. You understand, like, you are understanding a very specific, I'm going to call it superior role. Now, when I say superior role, I don't mean that in an egotistical, you're an asshole kind of sense. I mean this as in there is the 3D, the 4D, the 5D, so you're able to see something um, from a higher perspective, right? A higher vantage and viewpoint, looking down on this and going, ah, I see the humanistic traits of these people and why they do what they do. My higher self says, hey, you are a part of this because this is what you've already come to know. You've got this wisdom, this previous experience, so now we need you to share that with these other sources so that they can now be resources. So, it's like writing a college paper and they put it in the file. You had to be the source of that written information, and now they can use it as a resource. So some of you could be writing things that become something that is used in future literature, or presiding over something. There's something that you're doing. So you could be putting a book together, an instruction manual, a how-to guide, a recipe. Um, some of you could be teaching people how to pay the bills. Who the hell knows? But others are coming to you because you have gained that wisdom. You are now a resource. And that's why you had to do this. You had to teach something that you already knew. You may not, I don't know, are you fully disconnecting from this? Ew. Hold on. Collective. Holy shit. I want to clarify that before I open my mouth, but yeah. You understand why you have to leave. You have to leave something. You have to leave something behind, or at least, if nothing else, the way you were doing it. Hello, Christy. Mimi. I'm glad it resonates. Linda. Thank you. Some of you, this is really a change in the way you do something. With that revenge card, you may begin to see another side of a person that I don't think you were anticipating. Two of Cups, because it's kind of like you thought you had it together. The Emperor, the Hierophant, so Taurus, Aries. This could be going on through Aries and Taurus season. Two of Cups. I don't know. I kind of see that as Cancer. I don't know what it is, really. Doesn't matter, but doesn't that put one in a position of subservience to the needs of others? Yes and no, right? So we go in because we need to play a role, right? I mean, nobody can learn anything about power and control unless they have somebody to do the work for them or help them, right? It depends on how they take it. So if I hire you and I'm going to just call it, we're all adults here, I make you my bitch to do all the work that I don't want to do, then I'm making you subservient to me. But as I always told the people that worked below me when I was in management, I will never ask you to do something that I myself would not do. So I'm going to get down in the nitty gritty and the dirty things with you. I may not want to do them, but we're same even playing field always, right? We're both human. But if I was like, here, I don't want to do this, so do my bitch work, then that would be different. So I hope that's making sense when I'm explaining that to you. So, all right, let's see. What is the emotion of this person when collective walks away? You know, this person, it's like I'm hearing, what was that? Was that Bob Evans? Hear your family? No, that wasn't Bob Evans. What slogan commercial was that? When you hear your family or something to that effect. So this could be kind of like a round table coming together um, kind of feel, right? Based upon the looks of something. What does this look like on paper? What does this look like? This is this is like, I don't know, you are a breath of fresh air to something or to somebody, right? But when you start to make some changes to things, you realize that there's just something that you're going to have to do. What is this career? Like, I don't think I think I said this earlier, I'm gonna go back to this. There's a certain limit. Hold on. The thing I said earlier was they didn't do it out of it didn't start off on a negative connotation, right? You've just hit a point where you doing it as you've done it or where you've done it is, it's like you've hit that glass ceiling, right? Like there's a cap on it and you realize like the crossroads is here. The only way to go is to move into something else. Is the time here is done. It is goodbye. It's time to move on and move forward. So here you are. Here you are. So what happens at the point of this goodbye, Spirit? What happens at the point of this goodbye? I said it's like you're the resource, right? The library is the resource. Like when you leave, this isn't something tangible, right? This isn't tangible what you take with you. This is you. Like the resource is you. The plethora of knowledge is you. Um, some people may see you as the only way. And without you, how do they get to where they want to go? What are you in? Oh my God, I love it. What are you in pursuit of? Your goals, the possibilities, the birthplace where dreams are made of for you. You listen. Temple, spiritual practices, meditation, reflection, spiritual guidance. If you feel like at any point that you are losing your way, and pardon me, I can't get comfortable, you just ask. You ask God, you ask your angels, you ask your ancestors, you ask Buddha, Allah, whatever, Mother Teresa, whoever, for this guidance, right? Because they're there, but you are pursuing. Where you are going is what dreams are made of. It is the hill that you have climbed for your whole existence. This is it. This is it. This is where there is no cap. There is no limitations. Hell, I don't even think there is an expectation. It's just here. Show up and be you. Just do what you know you are capable of because you're going to learn even more. Like I said, you come here, I come here. And you learn from me, and I learn from you. And for some people, like what makes you like a threat is something that you can't take away from. You can't read it from a book. You can't I don't know, unless there's some crazy ass invention that like people come in and like suck all the information out of your mind and like stick it into their heads, which, we're moving into AI. Who the hell knows? Until that happens, right? Like the resource is you. Your life lessons, your experiences, those moments that you've had to go out and play with the 3D world, right? And have these moments. That's where you have learned. That is where the wisdom comes from. That's what your soul now knows, what your heart now feels, what your mind now acknowledges. You can't find that in a book. And I started this off earlier, right? At some point about saying, like, people that have been abused, you can go into a counselor's office, and God bless any person who gets into being a counselor, a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, whatever. And you can go into those rooms with these people, and they can ask you about that abuse. But can they seriously, openly, rawly, authentically look you in the face and tell you that they understand when they've not been in your shoes? They can't. You know, I was on the phone today earlier. I had to make a couple of calls, and I was explaining to this lady who was making this appointment for me why I was calling and what I needed. Another human exhaustion there. And she kept saying, I understand. Have you ever called somewhere and had a grievance about something, and you just keep hearing, I understand, ma'am, I understand? Like, there is no more angering statement that wants to send me off of, like, the crazy train than I understand. Do not, what do they call it? Patronize me with such a bullshit statement. Do you understand? Did you ever want to look at somebody who, do you fucking understand? Have you ever been through that? Do you fucking get it? No. Somebody around you wants to fucking get it, collective. But they can't. It wasn't supposed to be a part of their experience. Maybe you can teach them some things, absolutely. How to run a business, how to read tarot cards, how to, I don't know, be a painter, how to detail cars, how to, I don't know, lay pavement, whatever. And they can learn, right? They can learn. You can teach them. You could give them that experience, but it doesn't mean they're supposed to be in your shoes. It's like a family business, right? You set up that legacy of that family business. And maybe your dad was a lawyer, and your dad looks at you and goes, son, do you want to be a lawyer? Well, good. I'm going to pass this firm on to you. And you do it because, well, that's what you were supposed to do, right? And then you wake up at 52 and go, fuck, why am I a lawyer? I don't even like this. I hated my dad worked long hours. Now here I am working long hours. I'm away from my own kids. What am I doing? It's about that experience, right? What you know was, and that's the thing. If you're running against people or hearing things about people that are not being given, like, things aren't working out for them. I don't want to say opportunity, but they're not working out for them the way that did you, or you're seeing this too, or something like that. Because it wasn't supposed to be for them. It was not yours. It was not for them to do, right? It wasn't theirs to do. I hope that's making sense. Oh gosh, hold on. I'm trying to go back. This is the biggest one. Good, Linda. Whatever opportunity is coming up for you. So much love and many blessings. I hope it's everything you need it to be. Live on a mountain. Yep, climb that hill. Oh my gosh, this is going to have to wait. Hello, Janine. It's condescending. You talking that it's condescending for people to put you in that role? Is that what you're talking about? To be like looked at to do things for others? Is that what you mean? Oh yes, Scorpio stelliums. That'll set your 4 planets. And I feel you, Linda. I'll tell you, my South Node is in Scorpio. Like, a couple of years ago, when Taurus and Scorpio were in the North and South Node, that's my shit. And I was like, talk about awakening. What a couple of years that was. Holy Toledo. Those Scorpio placements, man, they'll get you every time. Okay, good deal. Wes, hello, Wes. How are you, darling? How are you? Okay, yeah, yes, it does feel, it can feel condescending, right? But it's about the intention. It's always about the intention. How are we meeting people in that moment, right? They may not show up authentically, but are you? That's the most important thing. Lisa, happy Scorpio. Happy Scorpio full moon to all of you. Hello, V. How are you? How are you? And Lisa and Janine. How cool. How freaking cool. I love this. I love being here with you guys. Oh, let's get a separate message. I want a separate message. I want a more spiritual message. And then I think I'm going to hang it up. I need to check on my kiddo, make sure she's all right. And then do all the things. Then I think I need to go to bed. I think I need to go to bed. It's past my bedtime. All right, let's see. Let's see. Where did these go? Right there. Okay, let's clean these up and start again. Let's do this again. One more. Sarah. Get you again. But see, Scorpios, and that's the thing. That's the thing too, is we learn, right? Actually, it's funny that comes up. I was thinking about, you might make me cry, Lisa. Hello? I can't say your first name, and I'm not even going to try to butcher it. Kalaba? Is that how you say the last name? Hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. Lisa, I'm just me. You make me cry. Like, I don't know. I'm not an emotional person. I'm not a crier. I'm a, as they would say, spit on it, rub some dirt on it, and get over it and keep moving. I'm that girl. And lately I have found myself, honestly, since last Monday, right? Again, honest, raw, authentic with you here this evening. Last Monday, when I got those oh my God, Marilyn, Doy, I feel like it's a family reunion on YouTube tonight. My God. You know what, Linda, off the top of my head, I can't remember. I know most of my stuff isn't close to the 30 degree mark. It's not super super far out there. Shoot me an email, Linda, and I'll look and tell you. I can't remember. I know it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I was actually looking at that stuff the other day. I might cry. I might seriously fucking cry. Marilyn, it's been forever since we've touched base, right? Doy, I hope you're doing well. I think back to this journey. In the past year, God, I'm gonna cry. You all have made this so worthwhile for me. You really have. Like, just the conversations, the authenticity of who you are. And I was talking about people who show up on here and like, where was I going with this? Oh my God, it's so much. Doy, oh, bless you. Bless you. Hello, Sharon, how are you? I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just, it'll come back. If it's meant to come back, it'll come back to me. I don't know. The therapist thing. When I said about the therapist and whatnot earlier, like, I've had so many people say to me, I tell you things that I don't even tell my therapist. Man, like, you want to talk about punching in the feels? Like, that's trust. Those of you that are dealing with trust, if I could fucking talk, trust issues. It's okay to start to breathe again through that. Hasn't it, Doy? Right? 1.5 years already. Can you believe that? It's been 1.5 years. It's all right. It's at some point we have to open up. And this is it. I don't care if it's here. I don't care if it's on the channel memberships. I don't care if it's in the emails that you send me. I don't care if it's in the request for personal readings. I don't care if it's in the past life regressions I do with you all, the chakra balancing, the meditative stuff, all the things. I don't care if it's on paper. I don't care if you get a board and make stick figures and draw out how you feel. We have to learn to heal that trust. There's enough of us that are broken, walking around with trust issues. Let's start to heal it, right? Let's start to heal it. I love that. I love that, Doy. I love that. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's get a couple healing cards, and then I got to get up and walk a little bit. I've been sitting too long. I do, Teresa, I do. Chakra balancing, Reiki. I'm certified in Reiki. Not that it matters. I was doing Reiki before I got a certification. Past life regressions, life coaching. I really do a lot of, let's say a little bit of a lot of things, put it that way. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. You have to talk. You gotta give it a place to go. You gotta give it a place to go. Sometimes, I'm gonna tell you, I think a large part of what I do, and I'm not saying this is for everyone, there's no shame in this. We just want to be heard. You want to be heard. You want to be told that how you feel is, it's like, you see that BetterHelp commercial? How you feel is valid. Like, that's how they say, how you feel is valid. Yeah, it is fucking valid. It should be valid. It's how you feel, right? No one gets to tell you you don't feel that way. You totally fucking matter. Your thoughts matter. Your feelings matter. The way you see things matters. Your experience matters. What you know to be your truth matters. It all matters. Nobody gets to discount that. Ever. Never ever. All right, some healing cards. All right, for the collective here tonight, Spirit, thank you so much. I hear you, Doy. I hear you. Spirit, thank you so much for these folks who have joined me this evening, that have come and gone throughout the live, that are still here, that have been here since the beginning. For those members, for those subscribers, for those viewers, subscribed or not subscribed, those who have been so graceful to grace me with their presence here on this channel, I ask tonight, Spirit, that when this deep cleansing breath that I'm about to take, whatever spiritual knowledge that the collective here tonight needs to know, that you grace us with your presence, you provide us with that divine light, that you clear the mysteries of the heart, and sing the songs that help to heal our souls. And so it is. Endless possibilities, wish upon a star. The Four Agreements, my son said it. It is an amazing book, The Four Agreements. Don't take things personally. Rule number 1, in my opinion. Ears wide open. Pay attention to what is going on around you at this time. Friend or foe, Spirit, you will never know. You will never really truly know. And that's those trust issues that Spirit's been, we've been talking about, healing that. You don't know, but you also can't live in a space of fear of not knowing. So whether this is trust issues or not, the trust issues may not even just be with people as it is with yourself. I want you to take that into account as you move forward past this full moon, is learning to trust yourself. The relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you will ever have with anybody. Truly. Because you're making every single judgment call. It leads you to that path forward. Feeling the world, feeling yourself, feeding to the souls that feed back. This is a 13. This is a transmutation energy of Scorpio, the death card, number 13. And with that, it is a 4. It breaks down to a 4. So those are our stability, our foundations, where we begin again. These are the 4 corners, the pillars, the 4 pillars of our existence. Birds could be of significance and importance, closeness to the chest, calling those home to whom belong with you. Does it make sense to not know if a person has cried enough or not to cry more? I'm not a crier either, but this last year I've had my moments. Julie, I'm a firm believer, as much as I'm not a crier, that we need to cry. That shit's got to have somewhere to go, right? It's like the dam that builds up. I let myself have a moment, and I ended up hugging the dog and the cat the other day. My kid wasn't home that moment. And I finally let myself have that moment. And I looked at the dog and I was like, I know you're an asshole. And you chew things you shouldn't. But I know you look at me with your big brown puppy eyes and you just know that I'm your person. And I take care of you and we have to love each other. But you gotta stop chewing on stupid shit. Because I don't want to beat your butt anymore. Like, that's where we are in this life. And you can hear the cat beating on the door in the background. And I hugged him and I'm like, and you? Stop eating the food. Stop yelling at me first thing in the morning, right? Because your food bowl's empty. You're 23 pounds. You'll be okay. You can burn a few calories. Like, I had my moment. And the animals, hey, knock that off. The animals had their moment with me. To heal. Allow your heart to be great and full. Allow yourself to open up to things. That 4 again. And then lastly, wish upon a star. I said about to the heart, right? Holding it to the heart, taking it. Look at this. The healing heart and wish upon a star. Do you see that? That is that closeness. That is that connection. That is where we feel. Our hands are the feelers, right? Feel the world. Something that I've said to God, probably hundreds of people in my work, when I had my brick and mortar place. I always say to people as just an example, for sure, I feel that, Julie. If you're sitting at the table with me and I'm reading your cards for you, and you go to get up from the table and you hit your knee, what's the first thing you do? And I would easily say 9 out of 10 people will tell me, I say, ouch. Guess what? 9 out of 10 are wrong. The first thing you do before your mouth ever opens to say ouch is you take your hand and you grab for your knee that you just hit off the table. Why? Because you feel it before you can think about it. Healing the heart, stop thinking about the pain. Stop trying to analyze the pain. Try to stop analyzing the hurts. Feel your way through them. You cannot think your way through it. As I once told Scorpio, you must feel your way through it. And speaking of the devil, look at this. Oh my God, come here. You're squashing me right there. Come here. Tell everybody hello. He knows. He knows I was talking about him. Here. Are you going to tell everybody hello? Say hello. Happy full moon. Say, oh, the puppy. She's not a puppy anymore. She turned 1 on the 8th. And this guy is going to be 5 on the 28th. So we've got a Taurus and a Gemini. God help me. Both equally stubborn, though. So that heart space, right? We were telling about the heart space. Say, cross my paws. So say, cross my paws and hope to eat some more. That's you. That's your prayer every day. Cross my paws and hope to eat some more, huh? Yes. All right. Go on. Get going. Ugh. I do have to share this little funny story on the note of this crazy cat. They were here doing an estimate on something, and he'll throw himself down sideways on the floor. And he did it in front of this person today, and when he did it, made a huge thud. And the person just looked over and was like, Jesus. And I'm like, right? 23 pounds. We almost all went through the floor. No kidding. He's big. He's a big boy. Thank you. He is. He's a beautiful cat. He's rotten. He's over there flopping around on the rugs. Anyhow, wish upon a star, right? Hands to the heart. Holds. Spirit, hold that pose. Just, I want you to take a minute with me before I end this. Take your hands. You know, something I was taught many long time ago. Oh, I love that. Take your hands together and rub them. Heat them up. Create that friction, right? Create that friction. Rub it, rub it, rub it. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Grief is a bitch, ain't it? I agree. You will heal. You will heal. Now that you've got your hands warmed up, play with the energy that you feel, right? Hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Ready? Hold it. And release it. Spirit, divine ancestors, and guardians, angels, the holy. I ask for prayer and healing light to the hearts, that they'll let the light shine through the hearts of those that are here tonight with us. Any healing that needs to be done, any release for their wishes to come true, for their desires and needs to be met, allows them to feel, no longer holding on. You know, I think it's like I see it for you all, right? Like having those hands to the heart of healing to blow it all away, right? It's like wishing. You know, you look at her. We go from this position to she's got it. She's making that wish out into the world, realizing what all is out there. She feels it with that cup. She's feeling that self-love in that cup. And manifesting the visions of what her heart knows that is required in this life. And then give it to Spirit for it to come in. It will align you with exactly what you need. It will. You are being aligned. You are being aligned for everything that you need. Trust that. Trust that. One last card to close this out, Spirit. I love it. Ascension Flame. Number 4. You all are amazing. You really are. Liberation, a sense of greater purpose and high expectations. Take it all in. Take all of it in. Take the ancestral wisdom. Take this new birth, this new world, this new era of you. Let this be your chapter. Let this be where you shine. Let this be where nobody and nothing holds you back. You are in divine guidance with the Most High. You're getting ready to open up a part of yourself that sings beautifully, even in the shower, right? And in the car. It's the things, it's what's important is the things that you hold dear to your heart. It's the home that you make. It's the sanctuary within. It's the walls that you reside, but more importantly, the walls on which your soul resides, which is in here. I love it. Folks, an hour and 44 minutes later, it's my bedtime. Personal reads are open and available. I am so excited to get back into the flow of things and connect with all of you. So many familiar faces and names. Peace be yours as well, Joy. Much love to you. Wes, absolutely. I hope you're doing well. All of you, just, I don't even know, you make this so worth it. And thank you for being with me too in the highs and the lows of life as I navigate things as well. And sometimes I need to breathe. And here we are, as we all do, right? We're all human, having this human experience. So thank you all for tuning in this evening. Thank you for being a part of this with me. For you, I hope that you've gained some insightful knowledge from Spirit and myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all. Personal reads are open and available. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personals are open, yeah, but the channel memberships, that's what I was getting to. There will be more content on those coming out in time. Thank you, Linda. You always have such beautiful things to say, and I look forward to your comments and hearing from you. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Julie, Joy, Marilyn, Wes, Julie, Julie, there you are. Just everybody tonight. You all are freaking amazing. Happy Mother's Day once again to all you mamas out there doing the thing. Fur babies, adopted babies, you gave birth to babies, the ones that drive you crazy, even you have grown children in your life. Happy Mother's Day to you. Just Damien, thank you so much as well. Again, I look forward to connecting with you all. Some videos coming out, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Take care. Bye.